All right, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the fastest way to generate leads that can become customers for your business and how to do that quickly, right? So I'm just going to use an example in this video. You can plug in your business, your services and products, and try this out yourself. But I'm going to show you kind of where you can start to do that, right? So one of the things you want to do is create value for your customer before before the customer actually is looking for value. So you got to know the customer almost kind of better than they know themselves. So let's take an example and let's say we're going to use a product. We're going to assume you are selling skincare, a skincare product. Let's call it a facial skincare product, right? So let's say we've done our research. We say, hey, one of the things that our potential customer is interested in is how to get a smooth face, less blemishes, a face that doesn't look as aged. So we want to go to actually promote that result, not just the product, right? So the result being them having a smooth, radiant, youthful looking face, right? So how do we do that? One of the first things we can do is we're going to look at skincare, facial, what is this called? We'll just call it tips. All right, we're going to Google that first. Now, when you Google that, there's going to be tons of articles that come up with skincare tips, correct? So what this is going to do is give you examples of skincare tips, and you can what we call reverse engineer this, meaning what can we give people that answers their questions about skincare. Okay, so we could say this article is talking about the 15 dermatologist approved skincare tips, right? So we want to create our own version of something similar to an article like this. So maybe we want to create a 10-step checklist, right? Say, hey, here's the 10 steps to keeping a smooth, youthful, radiant face for your audience, your particular audience, right? So again, you can word that better. You should have done your avatar, so you should know exactly how to word that for your business. But you want to provide something like a checklist that person can download, and they can say, hey, if I do these 10 things, it's going to promote my skin looking better. So even if they don't buy from you, they get value from you, okay? If you give people value up front, they're more likely to buy from you on the back end, right? So it talks about don't touch your face, hydrate, avoiding heat exposure, exfoliating, vitamins, type of vitamins, getting your greens, maintain a healthy diet. So it's telling you all of these things that contribute to you having great skincare. Now, you could recreate your own. You can go to places like Fiverr, and you can say, hey, ebook creation. And you can find somebody who can create an ebook for you, right? It's different prices. A lot of people that can create ebooks, nice looking ebooks for you. I mean, I would recommend that you go to seller details, do level 2 or top rated seller, hit apply. That way you get the best of the best sellers. Then you can look down here and say, okay, who could create an ebook for me? And now this is not just creating it. It could be just formatting it for you, right? So you could create the ebook yourself. You could use ChatGPT to help you create the ebook, or you can create it yourself and have somebody format it. Pick out a person you would want to help to make this look good for you, okay? And from there, let's see who we have. This is recipe, ebook cover design. You got all these type of different ebooks, right? So you can find a seller there to create the ebook for you. So let's go back. And so now we would say something like, download the 10 best tips for making, keeping your skin looking like when you were 21 or whatever. However you word that headline, you need to spend time on the headline so that it's something that when somebody reads it, it stops them and they say, what? Or I could say these 10 things will guarantee that your skin is, radiant and youthful. Something like that. That needs to be a headline. Then you give the tips inside there. And then at the bottom, just like they did here, you would put your products and say, hey, these are going to also help enhance your skin in addition to the tips, right? So this is to ensure that you get the result that you're looking for. You're going to use some of these products, right? That's how you would do it. So you lead with value, you give them value, which they did here. And you would do this in your own checklist or ebook. And then after you give it value, you're going to recommend your own products. This is how you generate leads. Creating value on the top end of things is how you generate real leads. Okay. Now, also what you want to remember is if you're going to give away something like this, you need to collect a name, at least a first name, an email, and then a phone number. So how do you do that? You need an opt-in page. Okay, so opt-in page means, I'm going to give you an example. This is what an opt-in page is. Some of you know what this is already. Some of you may not, right? An opt-in page is something you can put out on social media. That's very, very simple. It asks the person about, let me show you some images, if they're interested in what you're giving away for free. Right? So let's look at one. Let's see if we have an example of one right here. Well, there's several here. So let's just, here would be one here, but this is a product opt-in, get 5 face masks free. But here's another one. This one is about coaching and NLP. So it would say, hey, get access to the free tutorial and start your career. You see a review right there. Somebody's already taken a tutorial that says it's good. You got social proof image right here. You got a quick description of what this is you're giving away for free. And you have the audience that is targeted for. So they would put their first name, email in, hit send, and then they would receive this tutorial. Okay. That's how you would do your checklist. You would put your top 10 guaranteed foolproof skincare tips to keeping you looking young and healthier, right? And you put that down there, put the description. They would hit enter and they would receive. They're going to receive the actual checklist that you've created, that you got created on Fiverr, that you created yourself. And now you have an email that you can actually continue to market to people with. People who were interested in skincare, they are, or they wouldn't have downloaded this. Okay. One of the easiest ways to get leads, you can use opt-ins, giveaways on your social media. You can even run ads for opt-in and giveaways. A lot of companies do that because it gives them data so they can go back and sell to people via email or SMS text message. Okay. So think about what value you can give to a person that complements your product or service. If it's a service, let's say you have a service where you do hair. Well, if you do hair, you should be doing the opposite. So your checklist would be, hey, here's my top 5 hair products to guarantee to keep your hair healthy, shiny, and radiant, whatever, right? And then you give them the 5 products, and at the bottom, you would have a call to action that says, book your next hair appointment with us here at XYZ Hair Boutique, right? So you would do the opposite. You would lead with product, and then you would do a call to action with your service, okay? So in this one, you're leading with tips, and then you're doing a call to action with the product, okay? So hope you guys understood this. Make sure that you take the time to figure out what your potential customer wants. Use that to develop a value-based giveaway, incentive, and then start collecting data. Talk to you on the next video.